children, welcome to the third video of the revolt of 1857. In my last video, I have discussed about the discontent among the Indians, means why the Indians were dissatisfied with the Britishers, from which cotton, indigo, cottage industry, Indian rulers. I have already discussed cotton, indigo and cottage industry. In today's video, I am going to discuss about Indian rulers. Indian rulers. The British did not spare even the Nawabs and kings of India. The Nawabs and kings were rulers only in name. They had no real power in their hands. The British very cruelly made laws through which they could take over the kingdoms of these kings. One such law was the Doctrine of Lapse, which said that if a king died without a child, his kingdom would be taken over by the British. Okay, the Doctrine of Lapse was one of such law which said that if a king died without a child, his kingdom would be taken over by the British. This is what they did to Rani Lakshmibai, the brave queen of Jhansi. They also occupied the states of Satara and Nagpur under this policy. Whenever a state was occupied by the British, the Indian soldiers in that state lost their jobs. Thus, the Indian farmers, weavers, traders, Nawabs and kings were all unhappy with the British Raj. From time to time, people did express their unhappiness, but the British never cared about them. There were many revolts in various parts of the country from 1816 to 1857. But these were easily suppressed. At last, in 1857, there was a big uprising against the British injustice and cruelty, which spread over a large part of the country. It is known as the Revolt of 1857. The Revolt of 1857. As I told you that the Revolt of 1857 is called the First War of Independence. It is a very important landmark in our struggle for freedom. This was the first attempt of the Indians to free themselves from the British. Some people also called it Sepoy Mutiny, as the revolt was started by the Indian soldiers in the British army. Okay, so there were many reasons that led to this revolt. Let's know about what are the reasons for this revolt. Okay, number one, the Indian soldiers were treated badly. They were not given higher positions in spite of their abilities. Okay, first one, the Indian soldiers were treated badly, and the second one is they were not given higher positions in spite of their abilities. This created great discontentment in the hearts of the Indian soldiers. Then the third one is the immediate cause for the revolt was when a new Enfield rifle was introduced. Okay, this is the third reason. Because of the Enfield rifle which was introduced by the British, the cartridges for this rifle were supposed to be greased with fat. A rumor spread that the fat used in these cartridges was that of cows and pigs. The covering of these cartridges had to be bitten off before loading the rifle. This hurt the religious feelings of both the Hindus and the Muslims. Now, why it hurt the sentiments of the religious people? Because the Hindus regard cow a holy animal and the Muslims regard pigs as unclean. So the 3 points I have discussed: the Indian soldiers or sepoys refused to obey their British officers. Instead, 3 Indian regiments shut down their officers, broke open the prisons and set free their jailed fellow soldiers. Okay, so The first big spark of revolt started among the Indian soldiers at Meerut on 10th May 1857. Soon it spread over to other parts of northern and central India. Other sections of the Indian society also joined the revolt. The farmers, traders, and workers took active part in the revolt. At Delhi, they declared Bahadur Shah Jafar, the last Mughal emperor, as their leader. The Hindus and Muslims of India showed great unity during this revolt. Although the revolt began as a mutiny of soldiers, soon it spurned into a people's revolt against the British rule in India. Different leaders led the struggle in their own areas. Prominent among them were, as I displayed here, Jhansi Rani Lakshmibai, Nana Sahib Peshwa, Tantia Tope, Begum Hazrat Mahal. Okay, so these are some of them. Some other are Ajimullah Khan, Kunwar Singh, okay, Nana Sahib, Tantia Tope, Ajimullah Khan, Kunwar Singh, Rani Lakshmibai of Jhansi, and Begum Hazrat Mahal of Awadh. So to commemorate the completion of 150 years of the revolt of 1857, a mutiny march was held in New Delhi from 7th to 11th May 2007. It began from Meerut and ended at Red Fort in Delhi. After getting knowledge about the reasons of revolt of 1857, let's know about failure of the revolt. Despite the brave efforts of the Indian people, the revolt turned out to be a failure because British had better trained soldiers, superior weapons, and above all an altogether well organized army. On the other hand, Indians were disorganized and were not fully united at that time. The British managed to suppress the revolt very cruelly. Thousands of people were either imprisoned or executed. Hundreds of people were tied to the mouth of guns and blown up. The two sons of Bahadur Shah Jafar were killed. Their heads were cut off and presented to their old father, who had been arrested and kept in a prison in Myanmar. Now it is Burma. Let's discuss about the outcomes of the revolt. The rule of the East India Company now came to an end. The British government felt that India could not be ruled by a private company. So the control of the country was taken away from the company and India was placed under the direct rule of the British Queen Victoria. The British government appointed a Governor General to rule over India. He was also called the Viceroy. The second one, the British Indian Army was reorganized. The number of British soldiers in the army were also increased. Then the third one is, no change came with the change of government. Indians were still treated very badly. The Indians started organizing themselves in a better way to fight for their independence. So children, this is all about the revolt of 1857, from which we came to know about what are the reasons and failure and the result of this revolt. Thank you children for watching this video.